quick. And I'm going to tell you why. We are close, baby. I'm not staying on long. Just showing you a few things. Because of the draft, I have to get things in order. So, for right now, everything's pretty much all over the place. Yep, everything's pretty much all over the place. But I have Smackdown, of course. I already put the titles on who the title should be. Nobody's finished, though. For the most part, I have Tama Tonga and Toga Leoa. He's going to have his first match with Solo. He's going to wait for his attire and everything. Triple H, the owner. I'm going to have Triple H as the owner of all SmackDown, Raw, and NXT. So the GM for NXT, of course, will be Shawn Michaels. The GM for Raw is Adam Pearce. The GM for SmackDown, as you see right here, is Nick Aldis. What's up, ever blessed? Ever blessed, stay blessed. Got the U.S. champ right here, Logan Paul. Although I hope he loses this title to LA Knight at SummerSlam. But I'm just taking my time with things. I have shit here. Amy and Priest. I don't have the Creed brothers as the tag champs. I'm gonna change that, but no. I don't really like Wrestling Empire. The thing with that is they have good moves. I think they have a little bit more moves than Wrestling Revolution, but it's just the graphics, bro. I can't get behind the graphics. It's too slow. And then you got NXT and shit. I know. I had to simulate for like a week. That's why it says 47 weeks for everybody. But I have that going on. Tetsuya Naito, World Champ, David Finlay, IWGP. He's the IWGP Global Heavyweight Champion. I've also put that in the game. I had to edit that in APK editor. So, but I'm right now on All Elite Wrestling. I've also changed, because you do that when you in APK editor, you have to change the roster names, and you also have to change, what you call it again? You have to change the title names too. The only title names that can't change in the game. See, AEW World, Sir Strickland, or if I was to there's no AEW TNT champ. Because I'm still on this roster. I'm switching off GMs, but I'm just switching off. I'm switching off GMs at a time. We got Kenta, Shota Mina, Gabe Kidd, Drilla Maloney, and Clark Connors, Phantasma, Hikuleo, Yuri Romero, Jeff Cobb. I'm not in. The thing is, making Trick Williams, it's not really an option right now. Although I know he's a world champion and everything in NXT, probably will be for a little while. Lexus King. It's just not the time to make Trick Williams right now. I have other stuff to finish. I haven't even started on Ring of Honor yet because I'm trying to get everybody, I'm trying to get shit going. But what I have started on was SmackDown, Raw, NXT a little bit because so many people has left, gone to the main roster, so it's really not. It's only pretty much first and second year classes in the NXT. New Japan, of course, AEW, and TNA. So for TNA, you already know Moose, Mustafa Ali, and everything. Mike Bailey, Trey Miguel, and Zachary Wentz, Callahan, Josh Alexander. That nigga's too. He's nice. He's nice. So I'm gonna say that Alex Hammerstone is a beast. Jonathan Gresham, Eddie Edwards, and Brian Myers, Steve McAvoy, Jake something. I know you see Dan Garcia, and see, like I said, And Gabriel, I said everything's all over the place. Because when you putting stuff on a roster, you got to make sure that people get the right money and shit. So that's why you put certain people in different roster where they belong, but you don't want to put them in the roster that they do belong, because that way when you go into your booker career, they when you try to hire them, they're gonna be like, nah, this isn't gonna work out or something like that, or they'll try to get more money out of you, and then you're gonna have to wait another week to simulate, put them in a different roster, and then put them in wrestling school so they can have zero, just so you could put them in a booking mode, hide them in a booking mode. It's just too much. He said, why didn't you add Hollywood as the performance in it? Because you can't edit Hollywood. So like take my career for see? Take my career for example. Like when you start a new my career, this is the only thing that's pretty much blank. You cannot go here. So Hollywood is not always just be Hollywood. What I usually do is wrestling school what is the only likely choice for it to be what's the name, the performance center. So I kind of leave it like that, wrestling school, and then in the other in the what's the name, parentheses, I also put PC. I finished all the rosters in my Wrestling Revolution. You don't like Wrestling Revolution 3D mods with better textures and stuff? I do, but it's just something like satisfying when you do your own creations and people enjoy your creations. Because I'm gonna tell you one thing though. After all of this crap is finished, because this shit takes a while. Oh shit. But yeah, after all of this stuff is finished, what I'm going to do is back to the uploading creation videos, and I'm also gonna do the my career. The my career is gonna be different from I deleted all my other my career, but those of you who've seen my career before, you know what I'm talking about. It's gonna be different than you've seen it before. So in my career, it's pretty much gonna be somewhat in like sort of a GM mode. With yeah, like a GMO with rivalries and storylines and shit like that. It's gonna be like a GM mode. So you're gonna pretty much most likely see me in the main event or others in the main event, and you might see me in the mid card or the first card, but you will see me. But most likely you will catch me in the main event, challenging, debuting and winning and debuting and then challenging for titles, Logan Paul's, Cody Rhodes or Damian Priest on Raw, Sami Zayn, just whoever. I know the proper thing may be to start in NXT, but he said I just finished my AK this morning. Well, you might have to change the name AK because he goes by Axiom now. He's in the tag team with my boy Nathan Frazier. I haven't I haven't redone Axiom right now. Anyways, I was just starting on Javon Evans from NXT. I got Tony D'Angelo and everything. Nathan Frazier. I got more people to put on the AEW roster right now though. Got my boy Darby, Chris Big goes to TNA and everything. Got the Dallas boys, Mark Coffey, Joe Coffey, Wolfgang, Wesley and everything. So I got a lot of things to I got a lot of things to do. So everybody's everywhere. It's in Hollywood, everybody's everywhere. So that's why it takes a little bit longer, because there's so many and it's so many people on the roster. You want to make sure, for the most part, you get pretty much everything. I'm waiting for my boy Jacob Fatu. The only reason he hasn't debuted yet is because they was afraid that with his demeanor and his skills on a mic and everything like that, that he was gonna overshine Solo Sikoa. Just, so temporary, the leader of the bloodline. Got my boy Bray Wyatt. He's the only reason why he's in Hollywood and not anywhere else right now. I could have put him in NXT and everything, so NXT could get more money when you go back to the GMO. But And I'm pretty sure I might do that, but you know, I have Bray Wyatt and Harry Harris, who pretty much I'm either gonna use him, Luke, who was Luke Harper. I'm gonna use him, or I'm going to use Vulture, who's also known as Raven, as Joe Gacy. That's who I usually use Joe Gacy as before, but since he's gonna be in the Wyatt Sixth faction, I might use Luke Harper for Joe Gacy now. Mm, and if or Bray Wyatt himself, or I could just use Bray Wyatt as his brother on Bo Dallas. But you know we have him, Eric Rowan, and Dexter Loomis, who's in the faction. You got MJF. You got my boy Obafemi. My boy is nice. Obafemi's nice. You said Jimmy. Jimmy's not done yet. Where you saw Jimmy at? Let me see. Oh yeah, Jimmy Uso. Yeah, he's not done yet. But I haven't done the color of his braids and everything like that. But and then we just got a lot of people. Roman Reigns hasn't been drafted. That's the only why. And he's not fighting right now, so he's in Hollywood. Same with Omos. And then we got ugly ass Tony Khan. Look just like his dorky face. uh, but yeah, we got Miro. We got a lot of people. Got my boy Claudio Castagnoli, Malachi Black and everything, Jericho, Pac, Great O'Khan from New Japan, Ray Phoenix, Penta, Hook, Jay Lethal Warlord. I also have to put them up there in AEW. But yeah, I've done the roster names changing and everything. But this was Rising Sun. Is now the logo is still there. I just haven't figured out how to done that. I would have to, if I was to do that, it would be on the computer. Oh, you said Jay. Jay is where's Jay? Where's Jay Uso? Where is he? Oh, here he is. Fuck. I clicked something else though. Joe Coffey. Anyway, I could just go to Raw. Just click Jay. I got my, oh, here we go. Jay right there. Yeah, I said I wasn't staying on long. I ended up staying on 13 minutes. It doesn't even feel like 13 minutes. You see his age is incorrect, but I'm going to just do that right now. 39. Got my boy Jay, though. Got his finisher as the spear, of course. And I got my boy CM Punk. I don't really like Punk like that, but because of how he is. Sami Zayn. Sheamus. My boy Ilya Dragunov. Love Ilya Dragunov, yo. My boy is tough, yo. I got him, you already know, got my son Braun Breaker. My son went bananas on Raw. Yeah, but we got Pete Dunne. Most of these guys, the moves are mostly finished for mostly all these guys, but it's just the attires and everything like that. Now I got other people here. Despin, who I will be using for Karrion Kross, Tito Wave, and Aftershock, who I will be using for the Authors of Pain. Dominic Mysterio, JD McDonough. And then, GM Adam Pearce. Ballhead. Why you ball? Mr. Why you ball himself, Ricochet. You already know. My boy Ricochet. You know, he a little salty about losing to Ilya Dragunov, Balor, and welcome back my guy, Braun Strowman. What I'm hoping what they do with him is that he, you know, he's the Braun Strowman of old. That's what I'm hoping, but I don't know. We gonna have to see. But you know, that's pretty much what it is, guys. Pretty much what it is. Oh, Carmelo Hayes, he's on SmackDown. You already know that. I haven't finished Carmelo Hayes, but you know he's straight. He's sturdy. I've done his hair and his face, and I just left him with this. You know, I just left him like that. But he's straight. For the face and everything else, we'll have Cody Rhodes, my boy Orton. You already know. These two knuckleheads are the tag champs. I love Grayson Waller though. Love Austin Theory too. They're a great tag team. What I'm hoping is for people like Elton Prince and Kit Wilson to become champs. My boy Kevin Owens, of course. Solo, Lashley, Corbin, Ciampa, Gargano, Tama, Styles, LA Knight, Escobar. His face is done. Everything else isn't. These two. Nakamura's back on SmackDown. Then we got Andrade, Logan Paul, Geeky Stuff, Nick Aldis. More people has to come on SmackDown though, like the losers. But you know what? It is what it is. Yeah, I showed him in the beginning. I told you that I was starting on Javon. I haven't like quite gotten to it to fully making him because I have so much others to make. But yeah, I start on their moves and stuff like that. You got my boy Chinosuke Takeshita. His match on Sunday versus John Moxley is gonna be crazy. He's gonna lose though, but you know it's gonna be crazy. I love Konosuke Takeshita. The Guns, you know, Ricky Starks. But yeah. Joe Hendry's in TNA, you know what he is. My Joe Hendry looks crazy though. Javon Evans. I'm just ready. A few guys in TNA, and then I'm gonna just shut it off because of the time. I didn't expect to be on here this long. Got my boy Josh Alexander. Where he's at? Where's Joe Hendry? Oh, here we go. My Joe Hendry look tough. Yeah. Nah, you can't lie. My Joe Hendry look tough. Tight shit. All right. But yeah, thanks for guys for tuning in. You know I'm tuning out. Peace.